In the World of the Young and the Restless. Spoilers. Full episodes Fridays, October 10, 2025. A whirlwind of emotions, unexpected revelations, and tense confrontations unfolds, particularly surrounding the lives of Tessa Porter, Mariah Copeland, and the central figures of Genoa City, such as Victor, Nikki, Jill, Jack, and Kane. The tension builds as personal stakes grow higher, relationships face their breaking points, and the past catches up to the present. Tessa Porter, deeply concerned for Mariah Copeland, makes the brave decision to visit her at a specialized clinic in Boston. The news of Mariah's situation has spread like wildfire, creating ripples of worry throughout the town, especially for those closest to her. Tessa, struggling with her own emotions and the intense bond she shares with Mariah, finds herself at a crossroads. With a heart full of love and a mind teeming with questions, she prepares for the journey ahead, hoping for answers that may bring Mariah the peace she desperately needs. As Tessa contemplates this difficult decision, she finds herself in conversation with Daniel Romalotti, who also shares a deep concern for Mariah. The two discuss the unsettling situation, trying to piece together the puzzle of Mariah's state of mind. Tessa expresses her hope that Mariah will find safety in the clinic in Boston, where she can focus on healing and recovery. Daniel reassures her, reminding Tessa that Mariah is indeed in a place designed to provide the care and support she needs. Despite the calm words, both of them feel the weight of the uncertainty surrounding Mariah's mental state, knowing that whatever happened in that dark room has pushed her to the brink. Tessa's feelings of helplessness intensify as she realizes that she doesn't have all the answers. She worries that Mariah might still be at risk, even with the best medical professionals surrounding her. The realization strikes Tessa hard. What happened to Mariah in that room? What could have driven her to the edge of such desperation? It is these questions that drive Tessa's determination to see her girlfriend for herself, to hold her hand and understand what happened in the depths of Mariah's troubled mind. As Tessa ponders these questions, she confides in Daniel, expressing her desire to confront the person who pushed Mariah to the breaking point. She insists that they must find the man Mariah tried to kill and confront him. Tessa believes that uncovering the full truth is the key to helping Mariah heal. Daniel, however, is more cautious. He warns her that confronting this unknown figure could put both her and Mariah in grave danger. "We don't know what kind of person this is," Daniel cautions, his voice tinged with concern. Tessa, however, remains undeterred. She argues that Mariah has clearly been pushed into a corner, and now, she must face the man who played a significant role in her unraveling. "What happened in that room?" Tessa asks again, her voice soft but desperate for answers. Despite Daniel's reservations, Tessa is resolute in her decision to visit Mariah. She immediately begins making plans, booking a flight to Boston to be by her side. As she prepares to leave, she takes a moment to express her deep gratitude to Daniel. She thanks him for everything he's done, recognizing that without his help, she might still be lost in the chaos of her emotions and confusion. Daniel, ever the supportive friend, smiles softly, his relief palpable. He tells Tessa that he's glad he could be there for her, but Tessa's gratitude runs deeper than just the logistical support he's offered. Tessa's voice grows firm as she looks Daniel in the eye, her gratitude transforming into something more. "I want you to stop being humble," she says. "You're not just a friend, Daniel. You're my hero. You've saved my life, and you've been the best friend I could ever ask for." This moment between Tessa and Daniel is a turning point, a realization for both of them that their relationship has evolved beyond mere friendship. Tessa's words, laden with emotion and sincerity, highlight the strength of the bond they share. In a town as complicated as Genoa City, where betrayals and misunderstandings are common, the unwavering support from Daniel is a rare and precious gift for Tessa. For Daniel, Tessa's trust in him is a sign of the deep friendship that has flourished over time, a bond forged through shared experiences and genuine care for one another. While Tessa prepares for her journey to Boston, back in Genoa City, the situation with Victor and Nikki Newman continues to escalate, sending ripples of anxiety throughout the town. Jill Abbott, ever the pragmatic and shrewd businesswoman, finds herself increasingly concerned about the actions of the Newman family. The tension surrounding the Newmans has never been more palpable, and Jill fears that their actions could have far-reaching consequences for everyone in Genoa City. Victor, in particular, is as powerful as ever, and Nikki, with her unwavering loyalty, continues to stand by him, despite the many questions surrounding their personal and professional lives. The stakes have never been higher for Jill, who fears that the Newman influence could overpower everything she's worked for. Meanwhile, Jack Abbott faces a showdown of his own, as he prepares for a confrontation with Kane Ashby. The two men, both pillars of their respective families, have clashed before, but this time, the stakes are even higher. Kane, with his manipulative ways and his ties to the powerful Ashby family, is a force to be reckoned with. Jack, however, is no stranger to conflict and is prepared to take on Kane in a battle of wills. The future of their families, their legacies, and their businesses is on the line, and neither man is willing to back down without a fight. The brewing tension between Jack and Kane is palpable, with each exchange filled with layers of history, betrayal, and an ever-growing sense of distrust. The interconnected relationships of the young and the restless continue to intertwine, with Tessa's journey to Boston acting as the catalyst for further revelations. As she arrives in Boston, her determination to find the truth about what happened to Mariah will drive the storyline forward, setting the stage for new conflicts, discoveries, and emotional breakthroughs. The complexities of love, friendship, and family will continue to shape the narrative as characters navigate the tangled web of lies, secrets, and loyalty that defines the very essence of Genoa City. As the events unfold, viewers are left to wonder, will Tessa and Daniel uncover the truth about the man who pushed Mariah over the edge? How will Jill navigate the growing power struggles with the Newmans? And what will happen when Jack and Kane finally come face to face, each determined to protect their family's legacy? The answers to these questions will shape the future of the young and the restless, promising a thrilling continuation of one of television's most beloved daytime dramas. In the world of the young and the restless, alliances shift and tension builds with each passing moment. Jack Abbott and Kane Ashby, two of Genoa City's most formidable figures, are on a collision course, one fueled by mistrust, broken promises, and the legacy of betrayal. What begins as a seemingly casual encounter on a train quickly escalates into a battle of words, power, and control, setting the stage for further drama in the ongoing power struggle that defines the town's landscape. The confrontation starts with Jack showing up on Kane's choo-choo train, a symbol of his growing frustration and determination to understand what lies beneath Kane's latest actions. Kane, ever the confident and calculating businessman, is quick to question Jack's presence. After all, the two men had once been close allies, but that alliance shattered when Jack severed ties with Billy Abbott. Jack's abrupt departure from his relationship with Billy leaves many questions unanswered, and now, Kane, the master manipulator, wants to know exactly why Jack has come back into the fold. But Jack isn't there to rehash the past, he's there for answers, and possibly revenge. The tension in the air is palpable as Jack wastes no time pressing Kane. Why did you make all those grand promises to Billy and then break them at the last minute? Jack demands. Kane, ever the smooth operator, offers a nonchalant response. It's just business, Jack, he replies, as if his actions are nothing more than the logical course of action for a businessman like him. But Jack isn't buying it. To him, Kane's behavior is far more personal than business, it's cruel. What you did to Billy was cruelty on a whole new level, Jack fires back, his words cutting through the air like a knife. Kane, usually the one in control, finally admits the truth, albeit reluctantly. I want to reset everything. This time, I'll do things differently, he confesses. For a moment, Jack is taken aback. Has Kane truly had a change of heart, or is this just another layer of his intricate web of manipulation? Jack, always cautious and strategic, demands proof. Then prove it, he challenges, suggesting that Kane take immediate action by deleting the software program he's been holding over the town and enlisting a neutral party to destroy it completely. It's a bold move on Jack's part, one that forces Kane into a corner, But Kane is no stranger to high-stakes negotiations. Do you have someone in mind to handle it? Kane asks, raising an eyebrow as if he doubts Jack's ability to follow through on such a crucial task. I do, Jack responds, his gaze never wavering. I can handle it. Kane's skepticism is evident, his smile tinged with amusement. You destroy the software? He laughs, clearly doubting Jack's ability to carry out such a delicate and dangerous task. You'll probably end up using it against Victor, Kane adds, his voice dripping with doubt. But Jack is unflinching. I'll do it, Kane. But I need someone I can trust to ensure it's completely gone, Jack insists. It's at this moment that Jack proposes a solution, one that takes the equation out of Kane's hands entirely. I know someone who can handle it, Jack says, his eyes locking onto Kane with a calculated intensity. Jill. Jill Abbott, a woman with her own complex ties to both Kane and Victor, is about to become the centerpiece of this high-stakes power play. While Jack's suggestion may seem like a simple solution, it's anything but. Jill's involvement could tip the scales in ways none of them expect. Kane, still reeling from Jack's challenge, can't help but question Jill's role in all of this. You think Jill will just do your bidding? Kane asks, his skepticism growing. But Jack knows Jill well. He knows that her ambition and her desire to protect her family and legacy will drive her to take action when necessary. And right now, Jack is counting on that very drive to help him navigate the treacherous waters that Kane has stirred up. Meanwhile, in another corner of Genoa City, Victor Newman, ever the calculating and paranoid businessman, has his own set of concerns. Victor has been closely monitoring Kane's actions, and his instincts tell him that Kane is a threat, not just to him, but to everyone in town. The power struggle between Victor and Kane reaches new heights as Victor shares his concerns with Jill. Kane's targeting everyone in town, Victor warns, his voice cold and calculating. He's a threat, and I don't trust him. Jill, ever the pragmatist, responds with a sense of calm that only she can muster. The threat is over, Victor. I feel he's backed off from any danger he posed, Jill reassures him, trying to alleviate his growing worries. There won't be any war. But Victor, ever the realist, can't take such assurances at face value. He knows that Kane's actions are never as straightforward as they seem. I find that hard to believe, Victor replies, his voice laced with doubt. For Victor, trust is a commodity that's rarely given, and he's not about to place his faith in someone as unpredictable as Kane Ashby. As the drama unfolds, the stakes continue to rise for each of the players involved. Jack's plan to neutralize Kane's software may seem like the right move, but it's anything but simple. The repercussions of his actions will reverberate across Genoa City, especially if Jill takes the bait and agrees to help him. For Kane, this is more than just a business transaction, it's about resetting his own legacy and proving that he can change. But whether or not he can be trusted remains to be seen. In the background, Victor's wariness and Jill's pragmatic optimism create an interesting dynamic. Victor, who's spent decades navigating the treacherous waters of Genoa City's power struggles, knows better than anyone how quickly things can spiral out of control. For Jill, the idea of a war-free Genoa City is a comforting thought, but whether it will last is uncertain. As tensions rise, one thing is clear, no one in Genoa City can ever truly relax when power, betrayal, and ambition are on the line. The stakes are high, and the players are many. As Jack, Kane, and Jill maneuver through this delicate dance of power, they must all ask themselves, what price are they willing to pay to come out on top? In Genoa City, the answer is never simple, and the consequences are always far-reaching. In the world of the young and the restless, the complex web of deceit, power struggles, and hidden truths takes another dramatic turn as Nikki, Jill, and Victor engage in a tense conversation about Kane Ashby's empire, the elusive AI software, and the shadows of the past that continue to haunt the powerful figures of Genoa City. The stakes are high, and every move made by these characters could change the course of their lives, and the lives of those around them, forever. The conversation starts as Nikki, always sharp and perceptive, cuts through the uncertainty and suspicions clouding their dealings with Kane. With a pointed look toward Jill, she remarks, "Either you're lying to us, Jill, or Kane is lying to you." Her voice is laced with skepticism, as she asks Jill if she truly knows the full story behind how Kane built his empire. "It wasn't a pretty story," Nikki adds, her words cutting deep, leaving Jill to grapple with the reality of what might be hidden beneath Kane's polished exterior. Jill, ever the defender of her family, doesn't back down. She responds, albeit with a hint of defensiveness, that the only thing she knows is that Kane was given money by Colin Atkinson, which was used to build his fortune. While Jill's explanation is truthful, Nikki's suspicion lingers. She leans in, pressing further, the castle was a scam from the previous owner. The history of Kane's rise is murky, and Nikki's revelation suggests that Kane's empire might be built on lies and exploitation. Jill, however, refuses to accept Nikki's implication that Kane's wealth was tainted. "If I believed you, Nikki, I'd be devastated," Jill replies, a mixture of disbelief and hurt in her voice. "I was there when Colin was dying, and there was no indication that Kane's wealth came from anything other than what he claimed. He didn't lie to me." Jill's loyalty to Kane is unwavering, even in the face of mounting doubt from those around her. It's clear that she's willing to trust Kane, despite the suspicions of others, because to her, his sincerity has never been in question. Victor, ever the strategist, interrupts the exchange, steering the conversation toward the matter at hand, the AI software. "What we need from Jill is to get that AI software and destroy it," Victor asserts, his tone as commanding as ever. "Before anyone can use it for their own ends." His voice leaves no room for doubt. The software represents a potential weapon, one that could change the balance of power in Genoa City if it falls into the wrong hands. Victor knows that Kane's grip on the town could be devastating if he's able to leverage this technology for his own gain. But Jill isn't convinced. She's wary of Victor's motives and doesn't trust his version of events. "I don't believe what you're telling me, Victor," she replies firmly. "If you want me to help you, I need proof that you've got something solid against Kane." Jill is no stranger to manipulation and deceit, and she's not willing to put her trust in Victor's hands without concrete evidence. With that, she tells him that she'll walk away unless he can show her proof that Kane has truly wronged them. The tension in the room is palpable, as Jill stands firm in her stance, unwilling to act without seeing the full picture. Victor, always one to operate in the shadows, offers no immediate answers, leaving Jill with a lingering sense of doubt. The power struggle between the two continues, and neither is willing to give an inch without something to gain. As the conversation shifts back to the AI software, Nikki, ever the pragmatist, turns to Victor with a question that cuts straight to the heart of the matter. "What are you going to do with the AI software, if Jill actually gets it for you?" she asks, her voice tinged with both curiosity and caution. "Are you really going to destroy it? Or are you just teaming up with Jack to take away his weapon, only to stab him in the back?" Victor, unable to resist his characteristic smugness, chuckles softly. "You're always so full of questions, Nikki," he says with a glint of amusement in his eyes. "But no, I'm not planning to team up with Jack for that." He pauses for a moment, letting the tension build. "But if Jill gets her hands on that software, I'll have no choice but to use it to my advantage." The hint of a smile creeps onto his face as he contemplates the power he would hold if he could control the AI software. Nikki, however, remains skeptical. She knows her husband all too well. She's seen how he operates, how he plays the long game, always with an eye on the bigger picture. And in this case, she's not sure if he truly intends to destroy the software or if he's planning to use it as leverage in his ongoing battle for control. As the conversation comes to a close, the room feels charged with uncertainty. Jill's loyalty to Kane is unwavering, but she now finds herself caught in a web of intrigue spun by Victor, whose intentions remain unclear. Nikki's suspicions about Kane's empire and Victor's manipulation add to the growing tension. And through it all, the fate of the AI software looms large, representing a potential weapon that could tip the balance of power in Genoa City. The dynamics between these characters are shifting, and the stakes have never been higher. Jill, Victor, and Nikki each find themselves navigating a dangerous game of deception and power, where every decision could have far-reaching consequences. As the lines between ally and enemy blur, the question remains, who will come out on top in this high-stakes battle for control, and at what cost? Only time will tell in The Young and the Restless as the drama continues to unfold.